Andrew. I remember like she said, "Oh, only 8 minutes is the average."
No, that's a quickie.
Yeah, that
like,
is a quickie.
Like if you're just trying to get off and move on with your day, that's what that is.
Right.
If you're trying to enjoy it and experiment, you need more time.
100%. What is up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. The moment you guys have all been waiting for, the ASMR sip out of the bathmate with 2 people to witness that I actually am doing this. So just... Oh my God, I actually... All right. I definitely didn't think that was going to hit 1,000 likes, so... Shout out to everyone who liked the previous video, and I'll have Andrew throw up the previous video for why I just ASMR sipped the bathmate. All right, this is the How to Last Forever video with my girl CAROLYN, and CAROLYN's just here to confirm reality, right? I feel like I've been under attack a lot on TikTok by, you know, the dudes are like, sex isn't a game, and you're treating it like a fucking schizophrenic sigma, and you need to calm down. It's just like, for me, I just feel like this information should exist out there for public, you know, to know that there are ways to improve yourself performance-wise in the bed, and that, you know, I just want to know that I did a good job after. And I feel like a lot of guys, you know, they get that first date, there's a lot of anxiety, they just want to be doing everything they can to perform well. So you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So anyways, right, stamina, you know, this is what everyone wants to hear from this video. I will go into, first off, the main thing that is completely for free to do, which is Kegel exercises. So a lot of people don't know about Kegel exercises. They've kind of gone lost in the mix over the years, but basically you would sit in the bathtub and squeeze your sphincter, your asshole, as hard as you can and hold it, which would then in turn flex your dick. So you would do those isometric holds for, you know, a certain amount of reps, certain amount of times. I'll have Andrew throw up the SpongeBob like butt clapper exercise. That's a real thing. And that is how you hold in, you know, if you're about to bust during a full erection, is you're flexing that, right? So a lot of people don't realize that that's a way to straight off the bat improve stamina, endurance, not busting too quickly, premature ejaculation. Kegel exercises have been around forever. And it's like, again, when I look at these more female podcasts, they're all talking about like vaginal exercises.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. So can you go into, you know, the vaginal exercises for women? Because like, again, the males attacking the women are like, oh, you're probably like ridiculously loose after, where again, there are exercises that tighten it right back up.
It's the same thing. You're just tightening and releasing for a certain amount of time. But all it does is just give you a tighter feel. I guess you can also use it when you're being intimate as well. I feel like the guys can feel that, and that can increase
the gorilla
stimulation. But yeah, it's just another exercise that you can do that's simple. You can do it throughout the day. No one knows.
All right, so Kegel exercises right off the bat. No intervention with weird devices, no weird pumps, no nothing, right? Kegel exercises will get you a long way. The next thing is you got to accept the dopaminergic reward system on the impact that porn may have on your stamina. There's a lot of guys who, you know, they start with normal porn, it gets more extreme, where, again, in reality, when they have intimacy, their brain's kind of fried from watching all that. So definitely, if you're a porn addict, now I'm not like super no fap here. I'm super like, again, it can ruin you if you let it, and you need to take a break from it and desensitize, and again, focus on a real life interaction with a woman for real dopamine. So we have Kegel exercises, and then we have back off on the extreme porn. Now I'm going to talk about the bathmate and how it decreases endurance and increases endurance. So now that I made it to the Bathmate, right? This is not a sponsor for Bathmate. There are plenty of penis pumps out there. Everyone gets fucking mad at me for like promoting Bathmate. I have no discount code with Bathmate. Bathmate reached out to me multiple times with affiliation offers. I denied them. I'm not going to make money off of this subject for obvious reasons, right? I personally bought a Bathmate from a retail store, so I'm going to use that as the example. So, Carolyn, when you use the Bathmate, you trap blood in the dick, and then you notice the size difference personally from when I use it and I don't use it. And you notice that I'm more sensitive when I do use it. Right. So, if you wanted to use it to last longer with, a girl you never met, you would use it and then not use it for a while.
Right.
And that would desensitize you for when you need to last long. So, again, can't use a Bathmate right before and expect, to last long, but you can use the Bathmate for a while, get the results, taper off the Bathmate. You'll have less overall blood volume in your penis from not abusing the Bathmate, which will result in more endurance. Next, I wanted to talk PEDs. So if you guys just want a pill to fix everything, there's GW 501516 Cardarine. Now, Cardarine's so insane that it's made me to a point where I can't reach a climax. So I would definitely dose that sparingly. But ITPP and Cardarine will 100% increase stamina in the bed. 100%. I noticed an extreme difference on my stamina after like 20 minutes of Cardarine administration. So keep that in consideration, that there are quick fixes that aren't numbing agents. I'm not going to mention numbing agents. There's a lot of,
What's that, like Roman, like the swipes and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like I want like them to learn how to not be numbing their dick. Like they should be enjoying.
Because that's just taking it away from the male.
Right. So it's like, I don't recommend none of those fucking wipes. I'm not trying to make affiliate money off the fucking wipes either. The wipes would work, but again, I feel like learning how to control your erection will yield a much better sex life than, I have to go numb up my dick before. Just like not a good look in my opinion. So we have Kegel exercises. We have using a Bathmate and then stopping because you'll have overall less blood flow. We have Cardarine and ITPP, which 100%, if you guys are just going to take one thing away from this video, is that Cardarine impacts stamina in the bed by far. Now I wanted to more feature Carolyn on, again, I feel like in some of these relationships, the girl's not helping the guy with their stamina. So like, again, having your girl play with you, having your girl build you up, tell you to not bust, hold it, build you up, tell you to not bust. I feel like that's the best way to, again, increase your partner's confidence in bed and to help them along the way, because it's not like you're not going to be the fucking porn star when you first start having sex. It's not like you're just going to jump right in the deep end. And I really think that a lot of girls, like, if you can't last long first date, they just like write it off. Yeah,
I don't agree with that. But I think also, if you don't use any, like if you're in the moment and, you can't really rely on the prep that you did beforehand, switching things up, not staying in the same position, switching between like intercourse and oral, I think also, like, I mean, it adds more like variety.
And
so you're not like
and
stuck in the same like headspace constantly, and then you're not just worried about that. Like if you switch it up, you can get a different type of feeling.
100%.
It hits like a different part, and I think that helps.
Yeah, and that if you switch into oral during it, number one, your girl's gonna love you because they like when you go down on them. Number two is that you're gonna get a break from the stimulation if you're suffering like about to bust. Again, you would want to control it, not let her control it, because she doesn't know when you're about to let go, and then you could switch into oral. But I really think Kegel exercises are this unknown thing that is so important with males. Like,
I guess on the guy's side, because I feel like for females, like a lot of reality shows, like they slide in like, you know, little sexual jokes and stuff like that to hype up the show. But I mean, I've known about it since like middle school, I want to say.
Yeah, I didn't know about it until I went crazy researching into this, and I was like, oh, you know, if like every young teen was just doing that, I feel like there'd be a lot less erectile dysfunction issues in the sex statistics that are reality. People always attacking me for making this content. I'll have Andrew throw up the sex statistics. It's not funny. It's really not funny. This isn't a narcissism ploy. This is just like, this needs to get out there, and you need to have this conversation with, you know, a male that is struggling in this area, especially falling down the rabbit hole of porn addiction, because it's very hard to recover from that. Like, normally, what would you say is like, me and Andrew reacted to this one girl sex doctor that is giving advice to males, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know, I haven't really agreed with everything she said, but like, what do you think in your head is like an optimal time for the male to last?
I would say like a half an hour.
Half an hour?
Half an hour is like optimal. Like, if you can't do the same thing for that long, like if you're switching it up, then yeah, you can go on for like an hour, like 45 minutes. Like if you're just switching it up and everybody's fun, but why?
So that's like real talk right there. Andrew, I remember like she said, oh, only 8 minutes is the average.
No, that's a quickie.
Yeah, that
like,
is a quickie.
Like if you're just trying to get off and move on with your day, that's what that is.
Right.
If you're trying to enjoy it and experiment, you need more time.
100%. So yeah, I don't agree with that. That's confirmed by a real female, is that like, and you're not saying just like intercourse, but just like the whole whole thing should be around, you know, half an hour, and you should, again, at least come once during it.
Right.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, right? 8 minutes is not going to cut it. There's no hate towards anyone who can't last 8 minutes. I hope you utilize this information to, again, last longer. The last thing is like, I don't know, I'll just say weird shit at this point. Like, we're at the weird shit part. Like, again, like if I'm gonna quote unquote bust too early, like you can just, again, use the Kegel exercises and let your mind go blank, right? Like I feel like a lot of the guys, like they get overwhelmed by it, where if you control your mind during it, again, you run into less issue on lasting forever. And then the last thing I'll say is that girth equals stamina. So the girthier, and again, I have the whole enlargement video I did with CAROLYN that you can watch in full, and that really equates to more stamina. So the thicker the penis, the easier it is to last. And like PE is, again, like bodybuilding. It's a journey. Takes over years to accumulate the results, but it is technically possible. And if you improve the thickness of your penis 100%, you will be able to last longer. So that's pretty much it. I definitely wanted to harp on, you know, Cardarine is a quick instant fix instead of numbing your dick. Like, I don't really against that, honestly. Kegel exercises should be practiced every day in the shower. That's super simple to start doing, and you will notice a tremendous difference. And then if you have a bath mate or a penis pump, right? I'm not facilitated with bath mates, just the one I use. Then you could use the bath mate a couple times in a row. You'll get super sensitive on it. You'll cut it out right before the intimate interaction, and because of the less blood volume, you won't get the best erection, but you will be able to last longer if that's your goal. And then, you know, I think nowadays, like, females got to help males with endurance training, and that the female should play with you, right? The female, you should be doing foreplay with the female, and the female should be doing foreplay with you, and you should be focusing on, again, building up that ability to do the Kegel exercise at a max erection and hold it, right? It's completely possible. And once you learn this trick, you can last forever. And, you know, you can confirm that my endurance is whenever you're ready to be done, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Heard it from her, not me. And it's just like, I feel so much better at the end of the event knowing that she enjoyed it the most, right? It's not this narcissistic thing. I am saying it in a competitive fashion like I won. It's more just like, I don't leave the interaction with like guilt, like insecurity, did I do enough, or anything like that. I leave super confident and that she's satisfied and that I was obviously extremely satisfied. And overall, I feel like that's great in sex life, to be open to communication, right? I feel like a lot of relationships fall apart from, you know, issues on both sides.
Yeah.
Or just like afraid to bring up stuff
Right.
that needs to be brought up.
No, it's something that you both want to enjoy, so help each other help you.
Do you have any tips for girls looking to improve their males?
Do not, well, okay. For the girls themselves, I feel like there's a lot with toys, like vibrating toys, and that can overstimulate to where you're basically numb. And so I feel like you shouldn't use that too much. But I guess for girls and their guy, just do different things. Just be experimental with like foreplay. I feel like foreplay really helps build the energy around it. And then if you just randomly like get off and like perform oral on the guy in the middle of it, like I think that's something that switches it up.
Yeah, I like that you touched on vibrators, because I showed you that Tai Chi Magic Wand vibrator, and like nothing can simulate that.
No,
Like,
but it's also stimulating a different part than what a male would.
yeah.
But definitely, like, you can fry your brain out
Yeah.
with that.
And yeah, I guess I'll conclude by take consideration of the porn you're watching, right? Take consideration that could be dramatically impacting your performance in the bed. And if you cut that out and didn't stop getting off, right? You cut that out and you used all that drive to get a girl, and then you started actually exploring in real life, you have this new baseline, right? There's certain porn that's not replicated in reality. Like that dopamine is never going to be replicated in reality, and it's going to start to fuck with your ability to last.
Yeah, and I think you should just focus on the person that you're with. Don't try to imagine them as someone else. Just focus on what they're doing and that moment alone.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys found this informative. If you have your own tips down below, please comment them. I'm never ASMR sipping that shit again.
Please don't.
All right.
That's foul.
I'll see you guys in my next one.